Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. On Days of Our Lives Today, Stefan is upset with Gabby, Trask calls Shawn out, Marlena helps Harris make a breakthrough, and Wendy confronts her brother, which causes her to have an epiphany. When Johnny knocks on the door, Tripp is lifting weights in his kitchen without a shirt. Tripp informs him that Wendy is seeing her brother at the station. As Johnny regrets not being able to do more for her, Tripp puts on a shirt. Tripp scolds him for bringing Wendy to the gathering of his relatives, where she might have been killed. Johnny retorts fiercely that Harris was hired by Wendy's brother, putting them all in risk. Johnny is smugly informed by Tripp that his Aunt Megan was also complicit. In the interrogation room, Wendy is furious at Lani and is crying. She becomes even more enraged when he claims that Harris was hired to assassinate Stefan. She adds she is humiliated because he is her brother as her eyes well up. What happened to familial ties, he asks. She wonders how he got so crazy. Why couldn't he simply let Gabby go? He replies that Wendy has been deceiving the two helpless saps for months. Harris is awakened by Marlena at the hospital. He still feels the strong want to kill Stefan, therefore he doesn't feel like they're making any progress. He is again put to sleep by Marlena, who also directs him to the lab. He remembered seeing Lani, who gave him the order to go to the party and kill Stefan. Marlena implores him to revisit that experience, but this time as a bystander rather than an active participant. Rafe is at the lab when Harris enters the memory and tells him to kill Stefan, saying that Lani and Lee alone hired him. Rafe recommends Gabby stay with him at the nurse's station until they catch Rolf and Megan. Although she thinks she can manage it, Gabby thanks him. She also just wants to be at home with her devoted fiancé. Gabby is yelled at by Stefan as he storms out of the elevator after she placed herself in danger once more. Gabby won't endure childlike discipline. She yells at him, calling him a pendejo ingrato, and rushes off. Stefan queries Rafe on the meaning of that. Stefan doesn't want to know, according to Rafe. Trask demands to know why the divers are packing away their equipment on the docks outside Abe's shrine. Because Rolf and Megan are nowhere to be found, Shawn reveals that he decided to call off the hunt. He is told he cannot do it by Trask. He responds, leaning forward, I can. I just did too. Trask discovers an empty liquor bottle in a brown paper bag after smelling alcohol on his breath. Shawn, who is stuttering, recommends that someone pour one out in Abe's honor. The bottle will be checked for prints, according to Trask. He calls her out on it. Wendy is horrified to hear Lani in the questioning chamber contrast her romantic failings with what he has done. Lani only intended to make the point that everyone can act emotionally irrationally. Unlike Lee, she will make her decision and not do anything wrong along the way. Lee asserts that he was set up, but she also makes the implication that Wendy is already certain of the man she desires. She only wants to avoid hurting the other. Wendy encourages her brother to quit his relationship with the woman who is obviously not interested in him after bringing up Lee's offenses. When Johnny learns what Megan did in the flat, he is in disbelief. Johnny flings Ava in Tripp's face after the latter disparages the Demira family. Tripp approaches the man. Johnny believes that Wendy's impending departure is the only reason why he is unhappy. Tripp proposes that they end their childish competition for her love. They decide to give Wendy some time to think things over. Shawn halts Trask as she begins to depart the docks carrying the bottle. He admits it's his bottle, but he assures her that his judgment is sound. She responds that ending the quest for Rolf and Megan is evidence that it is. She makes fun of him as he keeps defending his drinking ineffectively. Maybe he wouldn't have shot his own father if he had a few drinks in Greece. She is told to go to hell by Shawn, who then leaves. When Stefan first meets Gabby at her house, he adamantly denies being an ungrateful ass. When he learned what had happened to her, he was merely terrified. He lives in her world. I feel the same as Gabby. He queries their fight's origin. She laughs. Because we're good at it. They excel in other things as well, though. He kisses her forehead as she leans in. They make the decision to collaborate going forward while cuddling on the couch. Marlena asks Harris how he is doing while at the hospital and offers him a picture of Stefan. The desire to murder him has vanished. Trask instructs Rafe to dismiss Shawn for drinking at work at the station. Rafe queries Shawn about its veracity. Shawn advises that they speak in private. Rafe tells Trask to concentrate on bringing Lai Shin to justice after Trask once more demands Shawn be fired. Dialing Rafe is Marlena. Harris reveals to Rafe at the hospital that Rolf was the one who ingrained the notion that Lai was responsible for everything. If Harris is free to leave, Marlena inquires. Rafe assures Harris that he would be keeping a tight eye on him and unlocks the shackles after gaining her assurance that he poses no threat. Trask enters the interrogation space to inform Lai that Harris has modified his initial assertion. Lai chuckles. Is this a sign that I can leave now? While this is the second time he has escaped her grasp, she cautions that the third time won't be as fortunate. The agreement between Tripp and Johnny at the flat turns into more bluster and fighting. Wendy returns home prepared to make her ultimate decision. Rafe exits his room, and Harris thanks Marlena before requesting that she admit him to Bayview. Rafe gives Gabby an update on Harris over the phone while they are at the estate. Gabby asserts that they cannot for Lai to pursue Stefan once more, assuming that he is still involved. Li Shin, according to Stefan, is no match for them. Shawn assures Rafe that his drinking incident was a one-time thing in the squad room. Rafe is aware that is untrue. He suspends him pending further notice since he can no longer stand by and do nothing. Move aside, depressed. Jobless Eric Brady, a Jinxer, has advanced to Sloane's level on Days of Our Lives. Kind of. According to reports, actress Jessica Surfety and 28-year-old Leonardo Maria Del Vecchio, one of the world's youngest millionaires, are engaged. The heir to the Luxottica Group Spa Wealth, a sizable eyeglasses giant that controls brands like Ray-Ban and Oakley, and even LensCrafters, proposed at the 5-star Borgo Sant'Andrea Hotel, which is far superior to the Salem Inn. According to Page 6, Surfety and Del Vecchio got engaged on the weekend of July 8 at a luxurious resort on the Amalfi Coast, where suites can cost up to $9,000 per night. Del Vecchio's net worth is estimated to be $3.8 billion, after his father Leonardo Sr. gave $3.5 billion to each of his 6 children when he passed away last year. Want to wager that the feuding Dimmer siblings on Days of Our Lives are squabbling over pennies on the dollar? Stefano Mansari, the heir of the sunglasses company, and Surfety supposedly first crossed paths at the 2017 Cannes Film Festival, but they didn't start dating until later. The summer will be spent sailing the huge yacht up and down the Italian coast by the jet setters. What a huge engagement party that is. My best wishes go out to the happy couple. We'll just be over here sobbing happily into our Marussian ramen noodle packs, which cost 60 cents each. Thanks for watching if you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.